Hello, everyone. Back again for um, Sunday night chat. It's a little bit over. I'm a little bit out of sorts because I was actually watching Doctor Who. It's overrun. I don't know why. I think it's because of there was an update earlier due to what's happening here and everything. But there's a few shout outs I've got to do. Obviously, Mark, thank you. Hello and good evening to you, sir. Dino, hi there. Jay, how's everything going? I hope everything's going all right with you. I hope you got your washing machine. You know what it means. uh, over Miami, how are you? Everyone seems to be doing cool. Got issue 4 of the Citrus Sport. Yeah, I know. It had a broken part. Oh, no. Did it? Which part was broken? Was it the grill? What? Or was it the door? I can't remember which part it was. No, grill was the first issue, wasn't it? I can't remember what issue that was now. But it's good that you've ordered a new one. But yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. Hi, Neil. How's everything going? It's all good here. And John as well. Hiya. You've been good at work today? Yeah, it's been about actually. Obviously, this is the window here. It's actually just started snowing here. It's not really settling, but I know most of the country in the UK has had some sort of snow. And we've only just got it now, so we're a bit behind because we're quite near London. So maybe that's why. I don't know. But yeah, exciting week. So I've done no part works this week. I'm hopefully next week the Alien and the Robocop stuff will turn up, so that'll be cool. The door handle was broken, and no washing machine as of yet. Hopefully better next week. If it's a broken, do you get a free replacement? No, because it's in France. So it's a bit like buying from the newsagents. So we had snow on and off, but won't settle as by the sea. Yeah, it's coming down. It's just not settling. I don't think it's cold enough, to be fair. But yeah, so I haven't had any. I've done no part works this week. I've been fairly lazy on that part. But I did do, or I have got my leg now in the door of Eaglemoss, which is a good thing, I think. They want to be more engaging with the community, but they find it difficult doing it themselves, if you know what I mean. This is why they're now starting to do their own Facebook groups, and they want me. This is coming from Brett, who's the head of customer service for Europe, US, and the UK, and he said he wants to use me to translate stuff to people, basically. So that's what we're sort of doing at the minute. So we're having a white Christmas today in Morecambe. Yeah, I see some places got really a lot of snow, but we've not got any, and it's a bit downer really. I'd like some snow. I like snow. So up to your knees in snow. Wow. Yeah, like I said, I know it's been heavy in some places, but we might have a white Christmas. It's been many years, but we might get one. Should be nice. -6 here, bro. Yeah, I would like, it's like some places in the UK have had a lot of snow, but yeah, we just haven't, and it's only a dusting. It looks like only a dusting. It's not even settling. So maybe further on in the year. We do tend to get snow. We do get snow. But yeah, anyway, so my leg's now fully in the door of Eaglemoss. They've asked me if I do any other groups, and this is the first time they did it with my enterprise group, Build the Enterprise. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing this week, sort of getting a lot of information for you guys, a lot stuff that they want to tell us but haven't had the means. I don't know why, but yeah, we love snow and should not. Yeah, my wife doesn't like snow. and my oldest doesn't like snow, but my youngest, me, the dogs, we all love it. We love the snow. So I just want to recap on some of the stuff that I found out with in regards to the enterprise build. So if anyone's building it, I know virtually quite a lot now. So there is going to be no second stand. So the saucer section won't have an extra stand. What else? The lettering. The lettering on the top is going to be a water decal. So not a sticker, which I was hoping for because I can place them a little bit better. But an actual water decal. Now I used to do them years and years ago, and they're so fiddly and they can break very easily. So I'm worried. But I know it's what the community wanted, and obviously Eaglemoss are listening. So it was one of the things that they listened to the community and thought that's the way we're going to do it. I think originally it was going to be a sticker, but they had a lot of feedback that people didn't want that. Hate snow, full stop. Yeah, my wife does not like snow. As soon as a little bit is on the floor, she's like, no, not going out. So, water decals. Yes. So you're with me, Mike. I used to do them years ago. They're all in all the Star Trek builds. If you do a Star Trek model, they're always in it. Also, as well, there's a way of sealing it with a special sealant. I don't think Eaglemoss is providing that. The most recent water decals I've done are the ones for Warhammer, and they're really fiddly and they can break, especially if you leave them in water too long or you don't leave them in water long enough. They break, and you have to sort of slide it off. And positioning it, I'm not totally happy with it, but it is what's happening. Like I said, a lot of people wanted this because they didn't want the sticker, so they wanted this. They wanted a proper decal. I don't know what. Also, as well, they couldn't print it on due to the manufacturing process. So there was no way of them printing it on. If you look on the Enterprise model, they've got it on some sections. They are little sections, but printing it over multiple plates was going to be difficult for them, and that is why they chose not to. Any news on the Hogwarts Express? Nope. As far as I know, it's still coming out, and that's all I've got with them. It's not out yet, is what they keep telling me. So I know it's coming, but it's just that I just don't know. Yeah. So anyone building the Eaglemoss Titanic? They now have a dedicated Facebook group for that. This is their first one they're doing. Any part work builds they do now, they're going to do their own groups, but also going to have, or also going to be looking into other groups as well. I haven't got one because I haven't built it or not building it. But they have asked me to do a group, so I'm not entirely sure on that. I know Mark's set up a group for that. But yeah, they've asked me to set up a group, and I haven't set. I've actually turned around to them and said, "There's another group set up. I only do groups for builds I'm building," and he said that's fair enough. But they did ask me, and I have said no, basically. So there's that. But there is like their own dedicated Facebook group. The only way you can access that group is by actually subscribing to it. So you give. On Facebook, it allows you to type in your email address into a little box, and then what they do is they check that to make sure you're building it, and then you can come into the group. So it's only for the people building. So yeah, look, I don't do all that sort of stuff. But it doesn't surprise me. There is many spelling mistakes in their magazine. If you ever read any Eaglemoss magazines, they're full of spelling mistakes. They're not proofread, that's for sure. Yeah. Hachette have an Eddie Stobart group. This is what I mean. They're all starting now because they see the sort of success that they have and how much the community sort of interacts with it. They're starting to do their own ones now. They did they did do Hachette did do one for the Terminator. I know that because I was in it. But they don't. Hachette are not overlords, if you know what I mean. So they do have one or two admin, but they don't do anything, and anyone can join it, and anyone can just say what they want in it. Nothing really gets. But I know the Eagle Moss one is going to be a bit more stringent on stuff. He had to correct it already. But yes, like I said, I also was thinking of doing a Titanic build group, but because there's two coming out, I was going to do a group for both of them, but I thought that might be confusing, especially as well with Eagle Moss wanting me to make their own one. I've said no. They said that they want me to do an Eleanor one and stuff like that. They said they've seen ones on Facebook, but they're not as interactive, or there's not enough going on in those groups or sort of thing. That's what they've told me. But yeah, I suppose now my foot's in the door, I can ask anything. Also, as well, I can bring you some exclusive news straight from me. Last Thursday, they were all told that there's a new Star Trek partwork coming out next year. I was told, then I was told, shh, but I said I'm sharing this info. I can't keep this to myself. No one can keep that to themselves. So there is another Star Trek partwork coming out next year. I asked him what. He said he's seen it. He knows what it is, but he can't tell me anything at the minute. But he is going to share with me all the information and that in January. So I'll have everything. I'll be telling everyone from the rooftops. Everything about that. I don't know what ship it is, though. By going by Ben Robinson, the guy who sort of runs the Hero Collector side of it, he said it was going to be the Motion Picture Enterprise, TMP Enterprise, which is the refit Enterprise, basically. A lot of people have said that might be it. A lot of people were very happy with that. Less windows, a little bit more chunkier. I don't know scale-wise. Like I said, in January, I will know everything, and I'll be putting a video out about that. I'm hoping for some pictures and stuff like that. I'm also asked them if they can give me some info and pictures of upcoming issues for the Enterprise, and he said, "Yep, we can do that." So now my foot's in the door. It means I can also ask about other builds, which is quite good. Too many lights on the Enterprise to make it pretty boring. Yeah, I don't know. With the Enterprise, there is a ridiculous amount of lights. The TMP one, I don't know. It doesn't have that many light windows, if you know what I mean. So light-wise, I don't know how it would have less light than the Enterprise D. But I know a lot of people would like that. I know a lot of people would like the old Constellation class or Voyager or something like that. It might even be. I'm just going off by what Ben Robinson said. So will it be a Klingon bird of prey? I doubt it. I very much doubt it. I think it's going to be a Federation ship. But we'll know in January when I find out, and I'll tell everyone. But yes, that's what I've been doing this week, asking questions about. I can ask anything really, so about any other part work as well that Eagle Moss are doing. And on Monday, I'm going to contact my contact again, Brett, and I'm going to ask him a few more questions on other part works. So if there's anything on other Eagle Moss part works you want me to ask, fire away and I'll ask them. Yeah, because we just done a Q&A for the Enterprise group. So yeah, so everyone submits the questions. I then give them to Brett at Eagle Moss. He then gives me the answers, and then I'll put the post up. But it's a way of interacting with the group. You see, he loves doing that, and it'll be once a month. Next one's in January because December's a bit weird with everything. So there's that. But there's so many Titanic builds out there. So we've got Eagle Moss, Hachette, and obviously Lego are doing virtually the same sort of sizes. They're all virtually the same sort of sizes. They're pretty big. I've seen the Lego one when I was in Milton Keynes. That's very impressive, but also out of stock. But yeah, it just seems to be like Titanic mania at the minute. It's just, yes, loads coming out, loads. I I prefer the Hachette one personally because it's die-cast. The Eagle Moss one is a re-release from an old partwork. But I am going to try and find out if they're planning any other partworks next year. Now I know the Enterprise is definitely coming out, but I'm going to ask if there's any plans of bringing any other partworks out and get some more information. Now my foot is firmly in the door there. It feels like I've got more communication going backwards and forwards. So I can find lots more out for you guys. Lots more. That's what I'm hoping. Anyone building, obviously, the New York fire truck? Has anyone received Pack 2? I know a lot of people were asking in the groups about Pack 2, and I don't think anyone's actually received it. And they've sort of gone silent, Agora. I don't know what has happened, but they were very vocal at the very start, and now they seem to have died off. And I don't know what is happening with them at the minute. So there's that as well. But yeah, I don't know what's happening with the fire truck. Is anyone building that on the chat tonight? And are you have you got your packs okay? I know most people have got Pack 1, and Pack 2's been sent out, but a lot of people have been saying they've not received Pack 1 or have just received it and they've already been charged Pack 2. Yeah, I saw that, Mark. I heard you talking about it. I think it was on your group chat, the Northern group chat. I think that you were talking about it. It's just, yeah, it's not been a good experience with the fire truck and stuff like that. So yeah, Pack 5 is late from Agora, but they are sending me Pack 5 and 6 of the Zero this week. Yeah, I don't know what has happened with there, and they're not been very communicative, so they haven't been communicating as much as they was originally. I don't know whether it's just because they're busy or what, but you don't want to get back into the old slope ways of a lot of the companies were, and are now seem to be changing. So yeah, there's some other stuff coming out from Eagle Moss as well. So if you collect anything from Eagle Moss, March, it's going to be much better. So the portal system. So if you collect anything from Fan Home, I think Agora have the same sort of thing where you log in, and on your portal, here, it tells you the deliveries you've had, the next delivery, the date, when it's been posted out, and everything like that. Eagle Moss are doing it. It's coming in March. Also, they're changing warehouse. So at the moment, all of Eagle Moss stuff comes from Germany. In March, that changes. They've got a brand new UK warehouse opening in March, which means it will be a lot fluid, a lot more quicker and easier for them to post out stuff, and supply tracking as well. So I've been told this week that when it moves in March, everyone will get tracking number for Royal Mail. At the moment, it's sent from Germany, and they can't provide that tracking number. But come March, it'll all be going. So yeah. Agora have changed their contact from form on the website. Also, don't know why Trustpilot ratings have fallen. I don't know either, but what I've got from the groups isn't very promising. Lots of people have not been happy with them at all. I don't know what's going on there. Some snow, that is. You're obviously having a conversation about it. But yeah, I want to see the snow. But yeah, so in March, Eagle Moss are doing the portal systems that you've seen. They've listened to feedback. The reason they haven't brought it in sooner is it takes time to set this sort of thing up, and that's the only reason. It's not a click of the finger or make something up. This needs to work and work well. This is what I've been told. So that's why. And in March, it's going to go live because they're moving the warehouse to the UK. So they'll still have their big German warehouse, but most of the stuff from the UK will be shipped from there. It's all being set up now, be ready in March. But it also means that everyone will get a tracking number. So when stuff's posted out, you'll be able to track it on Royal Mail's website or DPD or wherever they use. You'll be able to track it, the whole process. It'll have a tracking number. Though I do know the tracking number situation is bad, because I know Agora have had big issues with tracking numbers. Do we know if Hachette Titanic will come out in newsagents? It will. Hachette always bring out in newsagents, so you can guarantee that. The 29th of December. It isn't on the newsagents portals yet, so it isn't on their sort of system yet. It's normally 3 to 4 weeks before it's due out, it appears on there. So I will find out, not this week, next week. I'm going to speak to my newsagent guy and confirm it's definitely coming out, and then I'll be able to tell you guys it's definitely coming out, or whether it's a test run or not. Because if it's not on their system, it means it's a test run. So yeah, smash the hell out of that like button and subscribe. But yeah, but that's where I'm at. Like I said, I haven't done any part works. Look, I can prove it. That's as far as I've got with the Enterprise so far. I'm very far behind. Obviously, I'm quite busy with work as well at the minute, so it's just getting a bit of time to do it. The Alien build and Robocop should be here next week. But once again, I probably won't have time to build any of it, because now we're coming into like the Christmas period and work's mega busy. So, and obviously with everything else, with it being Christmas, I've already got the lights up there, so, and here. So yes, I'm all Christmassy at the minute. And my Terminator's festive as well. If I just turn the camera around, and you see the festive Terminator over there. I covered him in tinsel. So yes, I am one of those people that put up Christmas decorations before December, but I do take them down the day after Boxing Day. I've always done that. Don't know why. Just because I think the tree takes up too much room. It really does. And we've got a big 6-foot tree, and it takes up quite a lot of room. So it comes down after day after Boxing Day. So 5 likes, everyone. But yeah. But yeah, what's happening? Anybody heard anything from D'Agostini or Model Space? Because that's all gone quiet as well. I haven't heard anything more about that, other than what it says on their website. I've heard nothing. Apparently, I heard that someone said that some stuff's still coming from Model Space, but it's all moving over. I've even seen an advert on Facebook for Model Space. Yeah, weird. Yeah, that's understandable. That is understandable, Jay. Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, like I said, the Christmas tree and everything goes up, and then we normally put it up, and it's up for about 4 weeks, and then comes down. Because after Christmas, it's really over, isn't it? You know, it's time to party after that. So yeah, that comes down for Boxing Day. So you can go, but it does take up a lot of space, and the kids don't mind. So, but yeah, going back on what I'm saying, yeah, with Model Space. Very strange. Yeah, I just don't know what's going on there with in terms of what's happening. But yeah, like I said, I've still seen adverts on Facebook for Model Space, but Model Space isn't there anymore. So I don't know why they keep advertising it. Weird. But like I said, I don't know if anyone's heard anything or seen or spoken or anything. I've not heard a dicky bird, other than the thing like I said on their website that says it's moving over. Nothing. So, and I know the new site has only a couple of models, but I know a lot of them are getting moved over. And obviously, I also know that the Millennium Falcon is going to be offered on fan homes soon, very soon, I would imagine. So, and I would imagine Agora will probably offer the Eddie Stobart and the Titanic as well. So I guarantee they'll probably be out next year on Agora as well. So there's lots going on. There's lots going on. There is lots going on. It does say it's the quietest time of year before we get into the hype, which is normally about March. It's about February, March time. There's a lot of park works coming out. It's normally a lot of tests as well in France. So it's going to be an interesting sort of 3 or 4 months, I think. And with everything's going on as well, I mean, you know, it looks like we're on the verge of another lockdown, doesn't it? Really? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've seen an advert on Facebook for it, Jay. It's just boggles because we know that model space is gone, and they can't supply a lot either. They can't supply anything, can they? So, yeah, I don't know why they keep advertising it. I'm wondering if it's an advert that they bought and they've not taken down, so it just keeps running it. But yeah, it's very disconcerting, isn't it? Where you like, imagine if you saw that and you never knew anything, and you went and you tried buying it and whatnot. Yeah, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. But yeah, how's everyone getting on with the Eleanor? I saw a video this week from someone who's gone ahead and cancelled it. I think he's up to issue 30 or something like that, and he went ahead and cancelled it. So just back from Edinburgh, and the Scots all wear masks. Yeah, they've been doing it, and they're still having to do it. Now we're going to have to do it as well. I'm okay with all that, but yeah, it just feels like Groundhog Day, doesn't it? It just feels, you know, like it's never ending. But yeah, but at least we've got stuff and got us to talk to and stuff to look forward to. So I hope, you know, we're all looking up, not down. Anyone went to see? I see a lot of people this week tagging in. They're going off to see on Afterlife. Now, did anyone see Ghostbusters Afterlife this weekend? Did you enjoy it? I did. I did enjoy it. I've got a video out of me previewing that and Jungle Cruise. I've still got to push out all those videos. I've got like I must have about 10 or 11 videos, and I'm only putting one out a day, but I've got like a backlog of videos that need to be pushed out. Really, I don't know whether or not to release them a couple every day, and then I'm up to speed with certain things. But yeah, there is a bit of a backlog on the channel. But like I said, I'm only releasing one video, so it pushes other stuff out. But yeah, so I have done a review on Jungle Cruise and Ghostbusters Afterlife. They are on the channel, that just need to be sort of made public, really. But I did enjoy my Afterlife. Yes, must see it again. Yeah, it was one of those films. I think if you went and saw it a second time, you'd pick up other things. That's what it felt like when I watched it. It was a bit like, oh, hang on, I missed something here. And you go back and you watch it again. It's one of those sort of films where you miss stuff in the background. But I love the fact that it's going to continue. I think there's got to be a second film. Got to be. And yeah. I know a lot of people said they hated the 2016 Ghostbusters with the girls. I look at that because I didn't think it was as bad as a lot of people were saying. But that got pushed. I think that is like an alternate universe, if you know what I mean. So, like on Star Trek, you have the mirror universe, and then you have the J.J. Abrams universe, and I think that is another universe. It's got nothing to do with any of the previous movies, and it's like on its own standalone universe sort of thing, multiverse, if you know what I mean. Also, as well, I think this week tickets go on sale for Spider-Man. Who is pre-ordering their tickets for Spider-Man? I'd like to go and see. Oh well, it's not a lot. I think I'm going to go with my brother to see that. But yeah, that's what I'm really, really excited for. It looks really good, really, really good. Yeah, and I think the hype is there as well because there's been so much hype about it, with about the other Spider-Man being in it and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of hype there. I hope it lives up. It's one of those films that I hope the hype lives up to it. Because there's a lot of films that have a lot of hype, and then you go and see it and you go, oh, you know, maybe it's one of those films. I hope not, but I'm very much looking forward to that. That's that. I'm also going to see Home Alone at the cinema. They're bringing a lot of the Christmas films back, so I booked the family and me to go and see Home Alone at the cinema, like all films should be seen. But yeah, that's going to be a nice day out as well. What else? I don't think I've got anything else planned apart from work. Yeah, until Christmas Eve, and then I can relax until the New Year. And that is probably when I will do all my part work stuff. But I'm over Christmas Day, I'm planning to do a video on Christmas Eve, and then not do another video until New Year's Eve. Just so you've got a bit of a lull period there where, there's no videos coming out, and, you just spend it with the family. Oh, no time to, yeah, that's I know that's on Sky Store, but I didn't go to see it at the cinema, and I still haven't watched it. I'm not a big James Bond fan. I've got to admit, I'm not very big on that, but I am going. Oh yeah, that was it. That was another thing I was going to say. I've almost forgotten. There was two other things. Now, if you keep an eye on the Facebook of the Nexus, you'll know all this already. But there's a few other things that I found out from Eagle Moss, and I've almost forgot saying them because we're chatting about them. So the Willys Jeep from Eagle Moss, it's done very well in the US, and I believe it's out in the US. I think they've nearly completed it in the US. It is an old part work. It came out previously before. When they done the interest post, I think it was around this sort of time last year, or early the start of this year. They sent out an interest post, didn't they? You put your email in, and it generates enough interest, they'll do it. But it didn't generate enough interest. So I was told this week that is not coming out from the Diecast Club, and it won't be out here or in Europe. So yeah, Willys Jeep, no more. They may. I was asked, will it come out again? They said they may do an interest post again for it, but the last one they didn't do very well, so that's why it's not coming out. And the other good news is the Batmobile from Eagle Moss. Is it the '66 one? The one from the TV series, the original Batmobile. That is definitely 100% coming out. They can't put a date on it because at the moment they're doing all the issues in China, and then it goes on the slow boat from China over to here. So they don't want to put a date on it yet, but they say the beginning of Q4, which is May, June, July time. So that is when you expect it. They have told me it's definitely going ahead. They've already ploughed the money into it. They've already ploughed the money into making the issues. It's definitely coming out, but it won't be out until April, May, June, July time. But we know it's coming. For me, I didn't like that series. I didn't watch it. Like I said, I'm more interested in the Hachette version, which is the Tumbler. So yeah. Oh crap! I so want the 1966 Batmobile. Better sweet. Talk my wallet round. Yeah. It's definitely coming. So that's 2 confirms of new builds from Eagle Moss next year. So that's the Batmobile and a new Star Trek one. I'm going to find out other builds that are coming out on Monday when I speak to them again. I'm going to try and keep the channel open a bit, so I'm going to keep messaging them because I don't want them to forget about me. I was cheeky as well. When I spoke to them, I said, "Have you got anything lying around? Send it my way." And they went, "We've got stuff lying around. We'll sort you out." So I might have some stuff from them, but that was cool. But yes, it is very good. The 1966 Batmobile is definitely coming out this time. 1/6 scale, die cast. It's a completely unique one, so it's one that's never been out before because we've had this year. I think that we've had quite a lot of reissues of stuff or stuff that has come out and they've tweaked it. You know, like the Super Snake and the Eleanor. They're ones that have been out before and they've slightly tweaked them. The Eagle Moss Titanic, another one that's been out before. So there is a lot there that they've redone. But yeah, that is definitely definitely coming out. I'm also going to find out if they're going to redo the Aston Martin. Now, I remember a lot of people saying they were, then they weren't. I know the interest post went up, and I don't know what happened with that. I'm going to ask to see if that's coming out. I just see World of Waves just got it. Now, I don't know whether that's coming out from Eagle Moss or whether that was one that was sent him. I didn't watch the video, to be fair. But I can see from Eagle Moss on Monday if that's coming out. See what else they got in the pipeline. I'm going to really push them because I really want to know what's going on, you know. And now they've opened that dialogue. It means I can have better communication and better talk to you guys as well, because it means that you're in the loop like I am. So yes. But yes, I suppose people are going to be happy with that Batmobile. I would, like I said, I prefer the Tumbler from Batman Returns, which is coming out from Hachette. Now that was trialed in Italy. I would expect that will come out next year. But yeah, that would be a really nice one. I think it's big, it's chunky, it looks cool, it looks military. It's a nice one. I know there's a few Batmobiles actually. And Agora also teased the Batmobile. I think it was the Keaton, the 1989 Batmobile. I think they did tease that one at one point. I remember they took a photo and put it on their Facebook saying, how would people like this? And they were gathering ideas. That was a couple of years ago. And these sort of things take years. I mean, the Enterprise build from Eagle Moss was, I think it was like six years in development, but they just couldn't get it right. And then obviously everything clicked in place, and now we're getting it. But yeah, a lot of these part works are thought of and done a long time before we ever get them. I think the Terminator was a 3-year project before it even got a test run. So it's that's another thing that amazes me with all these part works. You kind of think, well, can't they just do this, that, and the other? And there's a lot of processes that go into it, and it's not just as quick as, oh, okay, we'll just do that one and do it, sort of thing. I think there's, they have to make sure that they can actually do it. Then there's licensing and everything else. So yeah, I don't think it's like the Thanos click. It's not as quick as that. But yeah, it's exciting finding out how they go with the process and how long stuff takes as well. So that's another interesting factor as well. But yeah, all good. I know. So I would imagine, Jay, you're going to be building the Batmobile. I suppose a few people in here probably will be, won't they? I know that was like that one, and I think the Aston Martin was big on people's lists. And like I said, the Aston Martin was out before. So was the Jaguar as well, the E-Type. The one that Agora is doing is slightly different than the one that Eagle Moss did. I think Eagle Moss did one in racing green, and this one's obviously a red convertible. The other one was a hard top, I believe. But like I said, that's another build that's come out that's just slightly different. That Agora are doing. The fire truck, yep, it's another part work that came out as well in Italy. I didn't get anywhere else. So yeah. Is anyone actually building the Jag? And how is that and everything? I'm very impressed. I've got to say, I'm very impressed with the Peugeot from IXO. Yeah, I'm very impressed with that. That looks very good. Yeah, it was Model Space. I thought, you know what? I thought it was Eagle Moss that did that. Was it Model Space? The green E-Type. Was it Model Space? Do you know what they've done? So many companies done so many now. It's hard to keep track of which companies did which model. The actual last Model Space build I did was the R2-D2. That was the last one I did. So I done the Millennium Falcon. My wife done the Dodge Charger. Not the Dodge Charger, sorry. The Mustang GT500 and the R2-D2. They were the only ones that I did. The good thing about Model Space was they actually brought them out in newsagents. So green E-Type hardtop. Yeah, it was. So it was Model Space. Getting all muddled up here. Yeah, the red, actually the green and the red one are the same, except one's red and one's green, and one's a hard top, one's a soft top. That's it. I think even down to the wheels, how the wheels go on, because I think you, if I remember rightly, you have to put the spokes in. So the tyres are spokes, the spoked wheels. And if I remember rightly, the original Jag, you had to place each spoke. And I think you have to do that on the Jag as well. Yeah, what a nightmare. Yeah, each individual spoke. And I think there's like 30 or 40 on each wheel. But yeah, the original, we're talking about the original job. But yeah, Agora are doing the red one. But I don't know is anyone building that? I mean, is it any good? Are you getting your parts? I'll tell you something actually. That seems to have completely died off. And that's Fan Home. I haven't heard a good thing, a bad thing, or anything. It seems like it's just chugging along. If you know what I mean, everything seems to be chugging along with them. I see some people posted still about the Iron Man. I think they're up to issue 50 or 60 now on there. But yes, that's still chugging along, isn't it? And you've got R2-D2 that came out. Oh yeah, and obviously the Knight Rider, and I think sort of chugging along, and you got the Dodge Charger as well. But yeah, like delivery times and stuff, I haven't had any problems with them. And yeah, all the sort of the talk as well has gone really down. I don't know whether it's just because there's so many part work groups now that I'm not seeing as much. I don't know why. Yeah, they are. They are seem to be on the ball. They're one of the ones that are really. I know Hachette are having delivery problems at the moment. Getting to the news agents, I've got to say. The latest Warhammer magazine was 3 days late coming out in the news agents. So yeah, look, it's going to be understandable. Like I said, with everything that's going on right now, I know. I think Germany, I think they're on the verge of going into lockdown. And what else is happening in the world? I think, like I said in my last live podcast, I think delivery problems, they're just going to continue. It's just going to get worse, which is a bummer for us because, you know, it means it stacks stuff up. I don't mind the problems. I understand. I work in logistics, so I understand it all. It's not very nice, but it's the way it's going forward. You know, it's completely out of everyone's hands, I think, logistically. But it's just nice if they communicate that with us. And now I've got Eagle Moss on board, I can do that. Now I do have contacts at Hachette and Fan Home, but they're not like my contact from Eagle Moss. So, you know, hopefully that will change next year and I get a bit more in with them as well. and I can actually sit there and talk to them and stuff, like I do with Eagles now. But yeah, it's all good. Look, it's 45 minutes. It's 8 o'clock. I'm going to call it a day. Thank you all for joining us here, talking and seeing us all and messaging. I love every minute of these Sundays. Yeah, these are going to continue for the next 3 weeks at least, and then obviously we'll see over Christmas how we can fit them in and everything. Issue 99 of the Reliant is about 5 days late, which means for last issue 100, the last issue will be mid-December. Yeah, I think look, I think like I said last week, I think logistically it's going to get. I know there's problems now. I just think it's going to get worse going into next year and everything else. But we all pull through this together. Remember, it's not a race, and we're in this together, all of us. No one is on their own. Anyway, I'm going to go off now. I hope you all have a lovely evening. I'm going to go and watch Top Gear now. Get some Sunday entertainment in, and then I'm going to watch Doctor Who after that. That's what I'm doing for my evening. I hope you guys have a lovely week. Remember to keep to the Nexus Facebook, Twitter, all of that. I'll be posting stuff if I find stuff out. But anyway, we've been here. I will see you at the next video.